Hey everybody, how are y'all doing this morning on this hot day? I hope you're having a great day. We are going to get started. We have a lot to cover. Actually, we don't. We're covering the usual. so we'll just do that. But what's great about these live chats, is one, I already forgot if I even told you who I was. So I'm Heather, Director of Education here at Luminous. Hello, Susan. How are you, my friend? How are you? Are you cold where you're at right now? But yeah, I mean, this is for you guys to ask questions, whether it's on application, product, it doesn't matter. Just ask questions. And it doesn't have to be what we're talking about at that moment. So if I'm putting on eyeshadow and you have a question about the Airbrush Essentials, you can ask. Thank you, Christy. Oh, yay, y'all are having coffee. Yay. Ugh. Snowing in Maryland. Woo. I need a great eyebrow product. Yes, I do have some suggestions. Susan, our Duo eyebrow pencil is what I use, and I love it. So you need to ask for those. It comes in, I would either do the taupe or the coca. I say coca, or coca. But Chrissy was like, our eyebrow kit. Airbrushing the eyebrows are amazing as well. With the stencils, which I haven't done in a while, which we probably need to do. So in this one, I am going to go start to finish on airbrushing. Looking at like what y'all do as far as like how many people watch and how many of you guys share. It seems to be more beneficial when I do start to finish than to break it up. And so that's what I'm going to do for the 10 o'clock. And then the 11 o'clock, I'm actually going to put on lashes. So I'm doing everything except my lashes, and then we'll do lashes at 11. So that's what we're going to do today, is concentrate on the airbrushing, do the eyes, all of that. And then I'm also going to do different things. I'm going to use our Nude and Naughty palette, probably the Optics and the Cut One as well. So my Chris is like, yeah, I look scary without brows. Girl, you and me both. But I have gone out without them. I just like it because just like with airbrush, whether I like a little filling in or more detail, like you can do that with the Duo. But with the airbrush stencils, it looks so natural. It amazes me. I'm not going to a party tonight. I actually have videos to film, so that's why I'm doing it that way. All right, so let's get ready. Let's get ready. And yes, this is just coffee. As far as you know. Just kidding. Me personally, if I was going to do my face, I would do my eyes first. However, I'm changing it up, changing things up. I'm going to do the Airbrush concealer, and I'm going to do the CC concealer. One question we get a lot, and I just did a video on this, is, do I need to close my eyes? Or do I need to put a headband on? And the answer is no and no. Truth be told, if you're in your bathroom doing your hair or, doing your makeup and hair. So my hair is like this. So I normally will get my hair ready and put my rollers in, and then I go to airbrushing. So if you have like bangs that cover, your forehead or something, yeah, I mean, like lift them up or clip them back or something. You're not going to spray through them, but it's not going to get on them. Okay, so it only goes, hey, Karen, I'm doing great. it only goes where you're pointing it. And so if you want to, just take it. I'm not pulling back on the trigger, so nothing is being released. But wherever you feel, Janet's like, I want some of that coffee. Wherever you feel the air is where the makeup's going to go. And so this is a good thing to get, like when you're getting started, a good thing to do is just feel the air. And you can really feel, okay, it's going here, it's going here. So you get that feeling of it. Another question we get is, should I close my eyes? No. No, no. No, no. Number one, hello, Carrie. See, I had to think about that. I still want to call you Kari. And I'm sorry, I'm going to be a dork, but do you get like, Carrie, turn the other cheek? That just made me laugh. I'm sorry. You don't want to close your eyes. Number one, you want to see what you're doing. But this does not get into, that always tickles that one eye. I don't know why it does that. Your like reflexes will be to close your eye if you're actually spraying it into your eye. So I am, if I'm spraying under here, I can feel the air underneath my eye right now, but I am going to look up and spray like that. I'm angling my stylus down just a little bit so the air is blowing this way and not this way or this way, okay? So I'm just that, you know, that kind of thing. And you can do that too. And so, exactly. If your face does feel wet, you are pulling back too much on the trigger. Now, if you're like, Heather, my face feels wet all the time. Don't worry about that. But just know that it should not, and keep going until you get it to that point. That doesn't mean, this is one thing. This is kind of hard to understand too. Airbrush makeup is very forgiving. You've seen me put on a shade 12. I'm a shade 3. You've seen me put on a shade 12 and then correct it with my 3. So without wiping it off, it is very forgiving. So when I tell you that, hey, when you're putting this on, it should dry. I mean, it should be dry. There shouldn't be any dry time. It shouldn't be wet. It's like, just know that that's how ultimately it should be. If it feels wet right now, it's okay as long as it looks good. I mean, if it's looking good, then okay. But then just know that you need to get it to that point. But what I love about it is even if there's things we need to tweak, it can still look good. Does that make sense? Are y'all getting what I'm throwing down? It is very forgiving. Now, if it's making you look older and accentuating wrinkles and crinkles and pores, by all means, stop, take a breath. Let's rethink this and okay, hey, I'm pulling back way too hard on that trigger. Because you're sometimes, a lot of times, I would say 99% of the time, people, when they first start, are putting airbrush makeup on like they would traditional makeup. And no, ma'am, that's not how it goes, okay? So I'm turning on my system and this is the concealer. I don't want to close my eyes because if you close your eyes, you're going to squint. So all these wrinkles are going to be accentuated, okay? When I tell people, like if I'm airbrushing somebody and they're like, I'll say, relax. Don't make wrinkles and crinkles because it will accentuate. Now, if you already have some wrinkles and crinkles, some things that you can do is like, let's say, because I know I have some here in my crow's feet. You can lightly stretch them out if you need to and spray that way, okay? But don't create the wrinkles and crinkles by squinting, by making faces and that kind of thing, okay? So I start making my movements and I'm going to airbrush my eyes, my lids, under my eye. My eyes are still open, guys. Now, if you do get heavy-handed and you, like, I can go in there and blot. If I feel like I sprayed a little bit too much, you can go in there and blot until you get it down. There's always ways to correct it. Okay, so now I'm going to go in. Yes, Shannon, come and watch us. Come and play. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Spray it on my lid. So I'm using, and I'm going to tell you all some secrets. I'm using my concealer, the CC concealer, as my eye primer. Are y'all hearing me? As my eye primer. So I'm putting that on my lid. Now I do see a little bit of wrinkles and crinkles. So I'm going to go in, do that. Now here's another little tip. I'm getting some spray on my lashes. Guess what that does? It helps build your lashes. So when you go to put mascara on, your lashes will be a little bit thicker. Don't do it on purpose, but you can do this and you'll get just a little bit of overspray on the lashes. Okay. Oh, good. Catherine says, I love the tip about the wrinkles. Yeah, always, if you're airbrushing somebody or you're airbrushing yourself, you know, I know a lot of consultants will start off airbrushing somebody. You have to make sure that their face is relaxed. Because a lot of times when we want to help, like if we're getting, especially as makeup artists, if I'm getting my makeup done, I'm like, I know how to stretch my face the way it makes it easier. But if I'm creating more wrinkles and crinkles, not going to work, okay? All right, so my concealer is on. And now I'm going to take my Should Trace. And I might have a little bit of concealer left in here, but guess what? I don't care. I can mix it right in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With my foundation. Now, if you're mixing any products together, my system's on. Put your finger to block the air right there and barely pull back. Now, did you see that? It bubbles up. And so that mixes for you. So you do not have to, I'm getting a little pop-up. You do not have to stir it. Take a Q-tip and stir. You don't have to do any of that, okay? All right, so now I'm going in and I'm going to brush. Keeping my stylus 4 finger widths away. I keep moving. Going, you know, making the passes all around my face. Now I've already added my concealer underneath my eyes, so I don't have to go up all the way. Blend it down my neck. Now, obviously I have big old earrings on, so I can do this just to protect them. And then make sure I get this right here is one space that I sometimes forget. And I even airbrush over my lips because I have a crooked smile. And so that way, when I line my lips or, oh, thank you, Stacy. It gives me basically a nice canvas to start with. All right. So I'm going to go straight into eyes. Now, at this point, since I already have my foundation and my concealer on, and airbrush, once it's on, so you don't want to correct it at this point. There are a couple of ways we can do this. So you can do what we call a powder guard, meaning I can put powder underneath my eye. It's going to highlight the eye, but then catch any fallout that happens, and then you can sweep it off. So I'm going to take our translucent powder, which is milled several times. See, I'm almost out of it. Put my powder brush in there, and I'm just going to boop, boop, like lightly put some powder underneath. And it's just lightly. I'm not doing what they call baking. Baking, I would do a lot more powder, and I would probably press it in with our with like a blender, but I'm just using it as a powder guard. So that way anything that falls on it stays on the powder, and then when I swipe it away, it goes away with the powder. All right. So now I'm going to get I'm using the Nude and Naughty palette. And what am I doing? What am I doing? Let's go with, ooh, that gray's pretty. Let's go with this one. I'm going to get, actually, I'm going to start. I'm going to get a kind of a burgundy color. It's right next to the dark to the black. And I'm going to put that in my crease. I've been changing it up. I used to do the lid first. That was the first thing I did. Bam, done. But I found I was having to go back and touch up the lid after I was blending. And so I kind of started to put, do my crease first, smooth that out, because it doesn't matter if you get it down here, because I'm going to put something over the lid. Does that make sense? So we have a good number on. Everybody tell me where you're from. Oh, yay, Gloria. Thank you. I appreciate that. Gloria says she watches the replays because she doesn't get to watch us live, but she's on live. So yay. All right. So that is like a light, like a burgundy color, like a plum color, mauve color. And now I'm going to go in with, I don't know what color this is. I'll show it to you in just a minute. And I'm going to go kind of a gray. I need my up closer mirror. Illinois, Iowa, Atlanta. Where's my mirrors? Where'd you go, little mirror? I know it's probably out and I'm not seeing it. Where? But it's under here. No, it's not. Somebody ate it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Snowy Western New York here. Wow. Georgia. A lot of Georgias. Love it. All right. So I'm now with a flat eyeshadow brush. It has it's kind of a gray taupe. But it does have a little bit of shimmer, which I'm digging. I do that right on the lid. And notice I'm just placing. Place. I'm not swiping. That also helps with fallout. And plus the fact that our stuff's really good and you don't get fallout. Oh, well, I am starting videos on Heather's Hacks. So hopefully those will be posted and they're going to be short, quick ones too. So like anything that, y'all let me know, like, hey, do one on this or do one on that. Like, let me know and I'll do it. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing videos. That's why I do the 10 and 11, because I'm getting these videos out. So any tricks that you've heard here maybe, or something that's helped you, let me know so I can do it. Because we want to do real live, like, stuff that's going to help. And sometimes I take stuff for granted because I've been doing this for so long. So I need to hear from you guys. All right. There we go. And I think I'm going to line with, there's a burgundy. I'll show you. I'm going to pick this up and show you. A burgundy mauve color that's a little bit darker. And I'm lining with that. Doo -doo. Now, to jazz up this look, you could add a little bit of darkness here just to make it pop a little bit. See if I want to do that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Do y'all watch The Masked Singer? Me and my daughter are obsessed. Obsessed. Love it. Who they? Oh, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but they did get rid of somebody, and I think the fine, like it's tonight. I have to watch it. It's amazing because they have some pretty amazing people on there. I don't know why. I just thought about it. You know, random. Okay, so eyes are done, and then obviously we're gonna do lashes at the 11 o'clock. So underneath my eye, where did my powder brush go? I'm going to take the powder brush, knock off the extra powder, and swipe. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, see, we got a little bit down there. Try to get that out. Oh, it's one of my faves. I love it. It is my fave. Flat out my fave. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to use cut one. I think I should be on The Masked Singer. I would freeze. All right. Janet, good question. She says, when using so many eyeshadows and blending, how do you avoid making it look muddy? So the key, Janet, is take it for each step, okay? So the first one that I blended up here and made sure I didn't have any hard lines. And then the what I put on my lid went up to what was in my crease, but then I just blended the edges. And then if you add anything on top of that, like I added a little bit of the black here, I just stuck right there. I didn't blend it into it, but our eyeshadows are very high pigmented, that you will not have that issue, but just blend as you go. And then take a step back and say, okay, do I need to blend anything else? So I think doing the crease first will help you. And then anything you put on your lid, you know, you can just pack on top of that. So there's not that muddiness. But once they're on, they're really on, and you can just blend out the edges. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right. So now I'm going for all three colors in the cut one. And blending some cheekbones, or creating some cheekbones. I can squish that together. I want more of an exact contour. Okay, see how, like, bam, it's like that line, and then you can go in and kind of blend that out a little bit too. It just, you hear me say this all the time, guys, it's just how what you prefer. It's like going to your hairdresser. They might take you to an extreme, but what you actually do at home is something different. So you can stop what I'm doing at any point. If you're like, mama don't contour, then you can stop. But I would recommend contouring because it does give life back into your face. It's creating some shape. I'm going to use a little bit of the flat white and highlight just right underneath there. See what a difference that makes? Now notice that I did start on the outside. When I put it in the flat white, I went like this and then worked up. to this, and this is where I worry about my wrinkles and closer to my lid. So that's why I put it down here, because that first spot that you go to is where most of the makeup's going to go, and you're blending from that. So go where there's not wrinkles. All right. So now I'm going to take the Optics and I'm going to use Mirage and Clarity, I think. Right there. Mirage is a pinky color. Clarity is kind of a gold color. And I just love it. Right. That's one of my favorite spots too. Highlight. All right. Get all these back out. And then now we're going to do some lips. I really liked the shimmer stain that I used yesterday. It was called like Farmer Rose or Dusty Rose. No, it's not Dusty Rose. What is it called? Country Rose. Do not say that I said Farmer Rose. Country Rose. Nobody replay that one. I really like the stains. It stayed on too. What do I want to use today? I don't know. Let's use this one, I think. No, it doesn't match what I'm wearing. Oh, dilemmas. Dilemmas, I tell you. I'm going to have to move that because that's going to go. So let's get into, I think I'm going to use Stark. Large chestnut or Stark. All right. Oh, you know what I'll show you? I'll show you. This is so easy. So this is Stark. Now, because my eyes are, to some of you, this might be a really smoky eye. To me, it's not. It's more of a softer smoky eye, but you might want to go with a nude or a lighter lip. So I want to show you. I'm going with Stark. Thank you, Gloria. And I'm drawing it outside. And make sure when you're lining your lips, like you see me stretching my lip how I need to get it on, but you definitely want to look in the mirror and make sure everything is straight. All right, so that was Stark. Now I'm going to add the lip jelly. Right on top. And look how pretty that is. I love it. That lip jelly is the bomb. The bomb. Okay, so there you go. Bam. We use the Nude and Naughty. We use Cut 1. We use Optics. You can line the eyes, but we might do that when we do the lashes. So we are going to do lashes for the 11 o'clock. I'm going to focus on lashes to make sure you know how to put them on, because I know that some of you will be using them for this week, or not this week, well, probably this weekend. You have Christmas parties, you have different things. So things that you will need: lashes, final seal. Those are things, I'm cleaning my stylus right now. Those are things that you're going to want for the holidays. I know that you probably already ordered them, but make sure you do get some. We still, I'm sure, have some amazing sales going on, so make sure to jump in and check them out. So share this video if you have people that want to know more about Luminous, want to join us for our live chats. I mean, guys, we need to get it out there so people know that they have this venue or this channel, so people can learn to airbrush. So They can ask questions as we go along, all that fun stuff. So, all right, guys, we will be back at the 11 o'clock to do lashes, fix my hair, and finish the look. All right, guys. So good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. And we'll be back soon. All right. Bye for now.